West Priest actually felt quite decent on my climb back to top legend, and I gotta say, you could be having some really good matchups with this one. I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about mulligans, and general tips so you have a better idea of what you could be doing with, as well as what to expect against it. So I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, and don't forget to check me out live on stream each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But now, let's get into the guide.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list I used. I saw some people were doing well with it in top legend, but there are a few interesting cuts and inclusions in a deck like this. For starters, we're not using the 1-mana locations, which honestly do cut out a very important, potentially OTK style this deck could be adopting, because if you go crazy with things like Cleansing Clerics, you could be getting yourself some OTK damage with the help of flash heals and such. Personally, maybe I would include one back at least, just for the sake of a little bit of burst damage out of nowhere, but I tried not to make any changes to the deck so I can see how it works as is. And the other interesting inclusion here would be for all time, which is definitely one of the cards of all time. Like, why the hell does destroy all minions with 4 or less attack overloads you by 2, where you could be destroying all minions with 5 attack or more doesn't overload you for anything? Like, thanks for that, Shaman. But yeah, the card definitely feels alright in this meta because we have a lot of things like Face Hunters, Aggro Pallies, Token Druids, and so on and so forth, so definitely does make sense, but it is a little bit too handicapping for your future turn. What is the deck trying to do? Well, basically you're trying to imbue your hero power nice and early so you can get yourself a bunch of free value. You get the control against most opponents till they stop kicking, and at the end you do have yourself a few burst potentials like with the help of Karazhan Sanctum, and you could be discovering some nasty stuff out of that imbue hero power. But the name of the game with this deck is survive till the opponent loses their will to live, and usually you should be winning. Going through the deck, we have a couple of flash heals with which you could be healing for quite a lot for your face. And against this aggressive meta, you definitely should be happy to see this at some point. Reach Equilibrium, it's something you are gonna eventually reach. Getting yourself a couple of 8/8s with Reborn and deal 5 damage is also a great late game bomb turn. After the opponent has lost most of their tempo, you basically tempo them back with this thing, so that can be pretty huge, but it is gonna be a while till you get it. Single copy of Cult Neophyte should help you against those spell-heavy classes like Spell Demon Hunter, like Druids, that kind of stuff. The Lunar Wings are great so you can imbue your hero power nice and quick. Demolition Renovator is going to help big time in the mirror, it's going to help against the least locations, and so many other important locations in the game right now, so definitely not the worst. Devouring Plague is pretty nice because it does remove a lot of low health enemies, but it also could heal you for absolute ton, because if you've amped up your healing with a single Cleansing Cleric, this starts healing for 12 instead of 4, and if you've done it twice, it starts healing for frickin' 20. Eternal Firebolt is also pretty amazing. Doing this over and over again against some classes is going to be absolutely disgusting, and if again you vamped it up with a Cleansing Cleric or 2, it becomes even harder for the opponent to actually do some meaningful damage. Single copy of Fate Trickster is going to help you get your important big mana spells like Moonwell, as well as the Medivh's Triumph, which is going to cost you 1 mana if your quest is in play, and it usually always is. The Intertwined Fate can give you a little bit of extra gas, both from your deck and from your opponents, and it does give you a copy, so you could be amping up your Cleansing Cleric even further that way. The Calderae Priestess is another excellent imbue hero power card, which also gives you a lot of anti-tempo for the opponent. The Cleansing Cleric on curve could be amazing against most matchups, and it is a decently statted Chillwind Yeti as well, so can't go wrong with it. For all time, like I said, against some lower attack decks it would be pretty good. Shadow Word Ruin is going to be great against the higher attack ones. The Ancient of Yore helps you with the card draw as well as armor gain. Medivh's Triumph is absolutely amazing sitting at 1 mana for you, just don't forget it kills your stuff as well. The Moonwell, on the other hand, heals your stuff while killing the opponent's stuff, including their face, by the way. So if you have yourself Attash equipped, this starts dealing 8 damage to the opponent's face, which could be huge. The Black Blood gives you a lot of healing, and now having a little bit of extra help with the latest buff and giving it more health definitely is feeling a little bit better. And we have the Medivh package with Attash, which is getting discount by Medivh, which is discounting by the location, which is getting discount by the weapon. So all around a perfect circle. Just be smart about who you play first depending on what you have in hand. If you have all 3, you can't really go wrong. The Karazhan Sanctum giving you a couple of 8-cost minions could be pretty good, even though there's quite a few low rolls in the 8-drop section, like 5/5s and such. And Medivh, don't forget, also deletes your stuff as well, so be careful if you're building yourself a board. Another thing with this deck is you really need to be spreading your resources a little bit further than you're supposed to. Like, for starters, you are going to be able to heal back to full over and over and over again, so in some cases taking something like 5-10 damage from the opponent is actually not a bad thing, especially if you know you're going to be able to clear the board pretty efficiently next turn, turn and still basically heal back to full, so don't go crazy using things like Shadow Word Ruin for a single 10-10. If you know the opponent is gonna keep on building big board after board, just take the 10, delete the whole board next turn, and then heal yourself back to full with something like a flash heal healing you for 9 or something like that. So yeah, be smart about it. In the first few games I was kinda a little bit too trigger happy with my removal, and for the most part we still managed to get it out, but definitely could have gone it a little bit better if you ask me. Matchup-wise, we don't have anything right now for this particular deck. We could try similar decks. This one, for instance, even though it's a lot more different, like a lot of tech cards included here, but to be fair, the cards we have in here are also not that bad. Still, we could give it a check. And here the matchup section shows things like Herald Demon Hunter and Death Knight shouldn't be too great for you. Some of the Druids could be a problem. Quest Hunter, apparently. Most Paladins would be problematic, even though I found them quite easily, at least for end turn Paladin. Herald Shaman could be a problem, and so could Quest Warrior if you manage to find one. As for the mulligan, going first, obviously hold on to the quest. The Lunar Wing Messenger is great. Depending on the matchup, Devouring Plague could be great if you're expecting an aggro pally against you. Curving into a Cleansing Cleric could be huge. If you're against a Dragon Warrior, holding on to Eternal Firebolt could be a good thing to do. The Fate Trickster is okay-ish, not the best thing, but it could give you a 1-mana deal 4 damage AoE. Cult Neophyte against some spell-heavy decks could be okay. Caloray Priest definitely makes a lot of sense. So I think that's about it. Going second, again, hold on to the quest. Cult Neophyte could be good. The Lunar Wing is great. Devouring Plague, again, if you're expecting early game aggression, the Firebolt could be good against decks like that as well. Fate Trickster still fine. Caloray Priestess, curving into the Cleansing Cleric, again decent. All around, that's about it, even though against some matchups, even Medivh's Triumph might make a lot of sense. That's about it for the deck. Definitely not the cheapest out of the lot nowadays, but it is gonna be a good, different deck you might want to be trying right now if you're itching for a little bit of control playstyle. I hope you found the guide helpful, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great. But now, let's check out some of my games on my road back to top legend with it. Hope you enjoy. Everick.
Corruption is at my beck and call.
Everyone stay calm.
Yeah, I think I should, God. Probably should. Buin? We and Buin, alright. This is the egg. That's nice.
Elune, bring guidance.
Mortal Kombat 2? Would I miss too much if I haven't seen one? Stamp what? I guess.
Elune, bring guidance. We beseech thee.
I guess. If I was a dick, I would have rewinded, but I'm not a dick.
My time has come for glory
I knew that would have been the game plan, but didn't expect it to happen from the first try. The game didn't even pretend there. The other game plan would have been to reach Medivh, but that's easier said than done.
Elise versus Uther. I will
Against the Pelele.
Everyone stay calm.
Even the location destroy could be good here. But I'd rather get some bigger, better things. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, he's already shedding his hand. That's disgusting. He's shedding his hand, guys. That's disgusting. Disgusting of the visible kind. This should be a fun little matchup for me. Surely. Surely.
The light dims, but we fight.
With a curve like this especially.
Elune, bring guidance.
Oh, he's dead. Let's do this while I still can.
Let the scales fall from the eye.
We beseech thee.
Sure.
Visionary.
Guess I should have done this. I regret everything. Next turn I'm gonna heal back to full anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it like that.
I am timeless.
Fuck.
Your time is up.
Bit too much, but it needs to be done. Two of those, pretty good. Heals for 12. Guess I'll go with this then.
Who dares disturb the time waves?
Go with the card draw. Live the long and prosperous life, I guess.
I've studied situations like this before. Time to act.
Well, next turn I do have a couple of shadow spells if I wanted to. That's an even better shadow spell. That's not that bad. He already has 3 auras active, so not a big deal. That's a shadow spell too. I'd rather go like this than hero power. Should be realizing he doesn't have much chance against me, but let's see, let's see.
Break their ranks. Karazhan's doors are open to all who seek it.
Insane minions. 8 cost minions, by the way.
Break their ranks.
Reporting for duty.
Just one more turn and he has us, guys.
The victory is yours.
Understandable. Against Hunter.
Nothing stands in my way.
Okay,
Everyone stay calm.
that's a curve, alright. Turn 1, turn 10, and we're there. Called 2-drop. Well, should be good against Spell Demon Hunters, that's for sure. Looks location to me. I mean, phase. Shouldn't be a hard matchup. We have way too much healing to lose to this crap. Would be nice if we get the imbue out. How the fuck does this have overload, by the way, dude? Like, 4 mana destroy all minions with 4 or less attack, overload by 2, and Shadow Word Rune destroys 5 or more and doesn't have shit. Like, fuck me, man. So lame. Overload by 10, why don't you?
Welcome to the world.
Shaman card right there. Make it make sense. That ain't bad, but I don't need it right now. Better curve it.
The eye.
Curve it the frog.
Choose quickly. Elune, bring guidance.
Visionary.
If this guy had any idea what my hand's looking like, he should be well on his way out by now. But I don't have the time nor the crayons to explain that to him right now. Harder, daddy. What could possibly go right? He's gonna repeat all of that with the 3 mana spell soon. But until then...
You are the shadow's puppet. Visionary.
There he goes, one dropping again. He's halfway there.
Silver arrowheads, an excellent choice.
Welcome to the world. Visionary.
How he manages.
ready. Sisters, my instinct shall hunt down our enemies. Elune, bring guidance.
The sun exposes weakness.
Could have attacked and healed for this to be an 8, but doesn't matter. I could have been stretching my resources a lot better than this, by the way. But surely it shouldn't matter. It's kind of nasty. But not really.
I've studied situations like this before.
Not gonna respect it too much for now. Would have preferred having the 4, but it is what it is. He should not have 18 damage from hands, even though if he does have double Tolvir somehow, that could be a problem. He already played one original one, he didn't discover it.
Sisters, my arrows shall strike down our foes.
No quarter for traitors. No quarter for
Well, that's GG right there.
Arrowheads. An excellent choice.
course, I could have used that. But of course, who cares? Basically hoping for Tovir.
My will shall lead us to victory.
Not bad. Let's get him out of his misery.
We beseech
What are the odds of getting the... Well, it wasn't exactly these two. The other one was another 6/8. But it doesn't matter.
Welcome to the world.
Feed my children.
Looks like an 8 drop to me. Okay, he figured it out. Took him a while. Not the quickest out of the lot.
Elise,
Yes, the doo-doo.
Malfurion.
Let's see what the doo-doo do.
Must protect the wild.
Everyone stay calm.
Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. I like that hand. Cult Neophyte on 2 is also kind of cool. Did the game literally tell me he has a Terra in hand, guys? More like the deck tracker just show me he has a Sarah over there. Because it kind of looked like it. Pay attention to the far left card and let's see if it really was a Sarah. Let's see.
muzzle their magic.
Wow.
Elune, bring guidance.
Hero Power Druid. My mother warned me about these. I've heard about it in movies and magazines.
My readings are off the charts.
We beseech thee.
Poor bastard, dude. How bad can this guy's hand be, dude? I'm trying to believe that's a Sarah.
Elune, bring guidance.
That's insane. That's also kinda insane, but this is insane here. Token Druid all of a suddenly. I concede to you.
Feed my children.
We beseech thee.
Could be lethal next gen with that Shadow Still, actually. Not like this. Actually, maybe like this still? In it? +5. That's exact. It's only exact if I get it exactly, though, and I have room for only 4 out of 5. Surely it's gonna give it to me.
We beseech thee.
Surely. That was pretty pathetic druid though. Literally 4 hero pairs, what the fuck was that even?
Elise versus Malfurion.
I've made a study of the flame.
Everyone stay calm.
Another one.
Become hallowed.
Does it look like I'm coaching today, Nuno? Could ask me that in Twitch chat, I don't know. We're against Frankie.
Hello, I'm here to help.
Hail to the knight.
Against Frankie boy. We'll get some stuff out of him. It's probably gonna be important. Oh, it's hostage druid, is it? Let's grab that maybe. Even though we already have Medivh, which was probably what we wanted to see, but should be fine.
Elune, bring guidance.
Pretty good card to get. Of the shadowy kind. Hill. Dead Ember. That ain't bad at all.
Feel devastation. Feel devastation.
Why did I do it like that? Am I... What is wrong with me? I guess... No, it was stupid. Oh shit. Imagine. I'm not pretending that this guy'd be here, but still. Sure.
Let the scales fall from the eye.
The weave cannot change.
The Earth Mother cradles us.
That could be a problem.
Elune, bring guidance.
Might as well waste this. Go ahead and clear this board. Who knows what those little treants have to say?
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Yo. Kind of small, actually. Guess he wanted to keep it small so it doesn't go to Shadow Word Ruin. I guess.
What to do? Let the scales fall from the eye.
Time to act.
We beseech thee!
Gotta make some room. Still didn't have enough room though. Well, let's see what we burn. Yo. Nothing Medivh can't fix, I guess. Sure. Good Shadow Word Ruin in this case. It's a lot of damage you're sporting.
Verzin's doors are open to all who seek it.
Those are cards. Those are cards indeed. Not sure why he wasted his return last turn, like what was the point of that? I guess he needed the room.
I remember this place well.
Can discover 10 mana here. Well. Goes for 1. What? Yo.
For no one.
Somehow he managed.
Might hurt a little.
That's gonna be nuts.
My hatred cannot be contained. Time waits for no one.
The overdrawn. Small price to play for winning.
I can't hold it anymore.
Explosive trap over there. That much we know.
I must weigh the consequences.
Let me go ahead and do this first. Let me go face first. What? I guess.
This might hurt a little. Is there trouble?
Uh-oh. I'm not dead. I don't see how he stabilized from here, but let's watch. Noble attempt. So close yet so far. Okay. Well, all around, Priest felt alright. Believe it or not. Didn't get the 666. Damn it! It is what it is. Well, that went swell.